right here. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. 2018 was when this thing was announced, and it finally got released today. And so have I ever played the Stanley Parable before? No, I have not. These adjust the slider, and we'll leave it in the middle. Ah. That's 130 now. Uh-oh. Okay. I know the Stanley Parable is. I've seen gameplay of it a hell of a ton when it was originally released. Markiplier, uh, Jacksepticeye, I think Yowie Mash did it as well. Let's see what we got here. View, converted, language, English, yeah, title, translation labels, content warning, player data. Hold on, what? How is that more simplified? Alright, well, let's go around. Oh, the end is never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ah.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't do anything? Yeah, come on. Give me something. I'm not moving, narrator, so you might as well do something. Come on, narrator. That is so not the correct time. What the? Not even.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never
Yeah.
been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure... Or beyond any doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Ah. I wonder.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond
This
any doubt,
bad
was that if he
lopsided.
waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday,
button.
they would arrive. Soon,
Pressing all
very
buttons.
soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Pressing all the
Here it
buttons.
comes.
Alright, let's try this again. Alright, I'll do it your way, game. Sensitivity is a little. Hold on. Sensitivity.
All of his co-workers were gone.
There you
What
go.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I don't care. I'm acting just like Markiplier. that turned off. Just, this is such an interesting game, you know. Just the amount of stuff that has gone into this. There you go. Turn them all off. Save the power. See. Let's see. I hate Monday. Oh yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What do I do? I think we'll go the...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's on in there. I gotta turn it off.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I want a drink. Give me a drink. Give me my drink!
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Click everything in the middle.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Where is it?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
Yes.
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What? Hold on, I got 2 trophies here. Click on door for... Wow. Oh my god. Complete the Stanley Parable under 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Wait, setting all setting sliders in the menu to all available numbers? Are you serious? Don't play the Stanley Parable. Wait. I think I can do that one. Yeah, I can. These achievements. Play Stanley Parable for an entire duration of a Tuesday? What? What the hell? Wait, hold on. I never saw what the jump one was. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. You bastards.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
430 anyway? I have to press 430 several times. No, not this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Alright, I may have to platinum this game now. Where's 430? Here's 430.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for
Yes.
a trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'm wrestling like a madman right now.
No. I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
No. Hang on, I need to switch the controls here. Get it here. Yes, I'm really doing this. Let's see what the baseball game's doing. Oh yeah, I got a double. Alright. Index finger activate. Oh, 2 on, nobody out. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing swell. I do some homework later. You know. Ooh, tell me we got a... Oh, is that a home run? Come on, let it be a home run. It isn't changing, so I'm assuming it's a home run. I can't believe they're doing live commentary on a baseball game while playing the Stanley Parable. He's 2 on, no out. Here comes Tommy Edmonds to the plate. He swings at the first pitch. There's a long drive ball. Deep into right field. It's back at the wall. It's off the wall. Yadier Molina scores. Edmonds Sosa to third. Edmund is second. Nobody out. The game is tied at 4-4. I think that's the end of the line for Carlos Carrasco. As Paul Goldschmidt comes at the plate with 2 on and nobody out. I haven't even checked how long I've been clicking this for. It'll pop up at some point. Let me trigger thumb, but you know, it's for a worthy cause. Ball 1 down. Let's switch to the circle button. That's easier for my index finger. Called strike, swinging strike. 1-2 the count. Carlos is still in the game. All he needs is a fly ball to get in a run. Ball 4, just away. Three and 2 the count. I'm gonna assume I hit 430 by now. 2-0 in the Sox-Kansas City game. I don't know who's pitching over in that game. Yeah, they had to start early because they were gonna have cold weather conditions or something like that. So they had to get the game in while the sun was still out. In play, out. Saturday. Oh, looks like it was on the ground. Now you got Edwin Sosa at home. Oh, no, he lined out to the second baseman. At this point, you'd think the lock would just break. What? No, that's not the achievement, is it? I completely misread that. I completely misread that. I was clicking it for no reason. What?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Oh, no, this way. Oh, there it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
I'm annoyed now that I did all that work for nothing.
Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Imagine if they...
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How? You disabled jumping.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Got it.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again! Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
I really felt like I screwed
Oh,
myself.
you really
over
earned
there.
it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Hey, the Cardinals win on a wild pitch. The Cardinals are winning on a wild pitch. Anyway, I know about this one. If I recall.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So,
Yeah.
now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we
really.
take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Play the game again. Jesus Christ.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the hell? Uh. It's reversed. I see differences when I know it. Places already starting to change.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Yes.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Looks like I need a key card at some point. I got a key card? We're not going your power.
Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Wow.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been
not doing
working
the baby
on,
thing.
and now would be a lovely
I
opportunity
am
to
doing
give
the
it some
baby
play
thing.
testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I ain't doing the baby thing. I refuse to do the baby thing. Even if there is an achievement for it, I'm not sticking around for 4.5 hours.
In this game, the
Nope.
baby crawls left towards danger.
He can die.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family
doing it.
life. I think the art world will
I'm
really
doing it.
take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Bye-bye, baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
I wasn't
Because if
gonna
it's
wait
the
4
latter,
hours.
well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Sure.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a
Firewatch?
fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
This is awesome! Wow! I haven't played this game in forever. Like this specific game in forever. Not since it first came out and PewDiePie had his videos removed. Jesus. I guess they couldn't get the license to Portal this time around. I wonder if they have Minecraft on here.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
It's a little laggy.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Alright, what do you got for the second game? Because I don't think it's going to be Minecraft.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my god!
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh my god. That is freaking hilarious. Oh my god, that... Oh. Oh, here we go again. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, where are we? I don't remember this at all. We're going into the bowels. Oh, hey, we're going backwards. To the original Stanley Parable? We're going back to the original. If I'm correct. Oh god. Yep, there we go.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That was bloody hilarious, man. I'm glad I went that route. Oh. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's breaking even further.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Uh-huh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
And it crashed. Well, guess that's the end of that.